If you've ever built a very big domino project in your life, or a big field, or participated in events across the world, then you will have to use a domino template a lot. Why? Because domino templates are not just useful for getting dominoes in perfectly straight lines, they also help you build dominoes a whole lot faster. There are actually a couple different techniques that people use to place dominoes in the template. There's placing the dominoes in there one by one, and this. But did you know that the type of template you build and how you build it will also affect how fast you're able to build with it? Up until recently, I did not know this, because for many months I had been building dominoes by setting them up one by one in the template. Only up until a few months ago I taught myself how to do it the other way. And at the Incredible Science Machine, Game On, when I had to use a bunch of different templates, I noticed that I liked some more than the others. And it wasn't because of their size, it was because of the way they were designed. And so now that I'm back home, I have spent for the past week or so researching and trying to figure out what exactly is the perfect domino template design to build with. And so after building and rebuilding again, trying out different designs from various other YouTube tutorials and adding on my own ideas, here is what I believe to be the tutorial for the perfect domino template. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to build a smaller version of my template that holds 20 dominoes. By using the same basic design idea, you'll be able to build off of it, making your own sized Lego template with whatever you have. Quick note, the Legos I use are not going to be color coded or have the same size all around. I just use whatever I can find around the house. But that's one thing that's great about Lego templates. You can use different sorts of pieces to build the same product. So the base we're going to start out with is going to be 4 dots thick, and however many dominoes we want it to be, 20 times 2, 40, plus 2. So this is 40 dots long for 20 dominoes. Next we're going to build the teeth of the template. And for those pieces, we should use a bunch of 1x6 pieces. They don't have to be color-coded or anything, just go with that. The number of teeth that we'll have is however long this is divided by 2. So I've got 21 of these here. Where you start building the teeth on the template depends on if you're a lefty or a righty. Because whenever you're building dominoes, you want to make sure that the dominoes are spaced correctly and evenly with the other dominoes that are already set up. If you tend to build from left to right, then you have a blank space on the left side from yourself. If you're a lefty, then it's on the right side. So because I'm a righty, I'm going to build like this. So while I'm putting the 1x6s on, I'm going to have 4 of these dots sticking out from the template, and only 2 of these dots are connecting these 2 pieces together. Once the teeth are in, we're going to have to put a bunch of pieces in there to make it all even once we have to build the next layer. And while you're building it, be sure to connect these 2 pieces and these kinds of pieces whenever you can. Like here I'm going to use a 2x4, placing them right in the middle there, and now these are stuck together. Partially. They can fall apart, but we fix that later. Another thing to note that it isn't completely necessary to fill in all the spaces that are right in between the teeth here. Now I'm going to do it because it adds a little bit more weight to this side, which is a good thing, but it's optional for you if you have limited Legos at home. Next thing we're going to want to do is connect all the things up on top here to make it a little bit more tighter on the top. Now usually with the template we'd just be adding a little bit more layers on the top to make it more secure and less likely to break, but sometimes you'll notice that the template can tip over because the teeth are a little bit higher than the base. Well, I'm going to fix that by adding a few more pieces all the way to the bottom and connecting them together. This also makes it easier to put the dominoes in because everything's connected, the teeth are a little bit taller, And yeah, it just makes the experience a whole lot faster. So I'm just going to take a bunch of 1x4s and put them on top of the teeth, or should I say on the bottom. Alright, now we're going to add one more layer to the bottom, connecting the teeth to the base. I would recommend you use a bunch of 1x6 flat pieces to connect the teeth to the bottom to make everything a little bit more secure. And of course, whenever you can, be sure to connect the base pieces like this. Once again, I don't think it's completely necessary to put in a bunch of flat 1x2s in between the teeth over there, but again, it helps, so I'm going to do it. So for the most part, this is a pretty solid template, but if we want to make it even less likely to fall apart if we bend it too much, then we can add even more layers. So I'm going to add 2 more to the top right here. So I'm going to add 1 more layer, but I'm going to leave these slots open. I'm going to leave enough room for a flat 2x4 on each end, and I've also done the same thing on the bottom in case I want to connect another template later on. This is useful for if you ever want to build a really big field or something and you need a little bit more dominoes than what you have. So this is pretty much just my extra template for if I'm building something big. And when you connect the templates from both the top and the bottom, it makes them very less likely to fall apart. So the only thing left to do is to add another piece at the back of the teeth, because a domino is only 3 dots long and it would go too far into the teeth and that would be a little bit inconvenient while setting it up. I would personally recommend using flats for those pieces, but any other 1x piece could work. And there you go, you have your template. Although you will notice that the template does slide a little bit since it is very small. I would not recommend using a 20 domino template for your normal template that you use all the time. My template and most other professional builders' templates are about 50 dominoes long. They're heavy enough so that they can stay in place while you're building, and they carry a lot of dominoes. This one could be used for small spaces or an additional template for fields. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you found the video enjoyable and also useful. Sorry for not posting for a while, but I have had a lot of things going on in my own personal life, having graduated this year. And I've also been working on one very, very big video for over the past year, which I'm close to being finished with. Many of you probably already know what it is, but for those of you who don't, it's because you don't follow me on Facebook, so go follow me on Facebook. So, thank you again for watching, I hope you liked it, and Stick Trick Domino Dude is signing out. Peace!